Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play a Painting Live again. I'm turning the camera on because no particular reason. I'm just in the middle of painting something and I'm super bored. So we're going to watch this and I'm going to paint. And maybe you'll pop in and say hi. We'll see. Just a boring Saturday night. Let me show you what I'm working on here. So it's kind of a surprise. It's not really a surprise, but I'll show you anyway. Okay, so I think I showed you guys the mini of the month the last time we were on this program. And so I went ahead and I'm in the middle of painting the mini of the month. There he is. Andolin, blah, 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 whatever his name is, right? There he is. He's boring. That's him. And he has a funky color scheme. Why does he have such a funky color scheme? Well, he is actually, that's the color scheme from Stranger Things. So with a couple of exceptions, the blue ribbon across his yellow hat that's a me thing. I added that because it just looked dumb, like pure yellow. Looked like a dunce cap, honestly, with it pure yellow like that. And then he had kind of like green sleeves and like a black. The underrobe is black, so you can see the underrobe there. I kind of did charcoal. Dude is rocking out a pipe, which is kind of cool. But I mean, there's not much to this guy. Okay, so he's in the middle of drying right now. I don't know. What did it take? It took me less than an hour to paint this guy, like 35, 40 minutes, something like that. It really wasn't much. But so it's a pretty basic paint job. And frankly, I mean, other than to attempt a stupid amount of freehand, which would probably look awful on this mini, I can't add anything. Okay, I don't really have anything to add to this conversation. So what do you do when the mantra is faces and bases, and you got a face like that on a mini, and you don't have a whole lot else to go on with that mini, right? Then you're going to do the shit out of the base part, right? So you're doing there's the face. Just show you guys what the base looks like so far. So I'm like, well, he didn't come with a base, so I'm going to do a base, and then I'm going to do a stupid, ridiculous, over-the-top base. Okay, so here's the stupid, ridiculous, over-the-top base, and it's more of it's almost like a diorama style base, right? So you get this like archway thing, and I stuck it to this GW thing, right? And I put down, and I did two different types of base stamps. Okay, so this side here, this side here is your dungeon standard cobblestone, right? So like that's a dungeon side, and then you got this side here, which is a forest floor. I know it's really kind of hard to make the detail out on the camera here, but that is what it is. You can see I added some pumice there just to level things off. So I'm waiting for the pumice to dry. I even added pumice to the back side of this. And here's kind of what I'm working with here. Whoa. Hold on. Okay, so here's kind of what I'm working with, right? So I'm painting this wizard mini from Stranger Things. If you don't know what the reference of that mini is of this dude here, whoops, this dude here is from Stranger Things, and that's where I got the color scheme. And I didn't even realize it was a thing. I went to my LGS and I was like, "That's the mini of the month. Come on, man." I got kind of judgmental for a second there. I was like, "Really? That's the mini of the month? Me? Not so good." So they said, "No, it's from Stranger Things." And and I'm like, well, what does it look like on Stranger Things? And like, oh, well, they show it in the first 5 minutes of the show. So all you have to do is watch the first 5 minutes of it, and you'll know what the thing looks like. And then obviously, for those of you spoiler alert, we're going to talk Stranger Things a little bit. So the first 5 minutes of Stranger Things, you watch, and they show the mini there, but it's like really, really blacked out, like poorly lit. You don't see anything. And besides that, I suspect that that miniature actually isn't even painted from Stranger Things. So like if you Google that Stranger Things wizard miniature, it's impossible to see what the color scheme is, and it's because I believe it's because it's not even painted at all. So so the next best thing. So I'm watching the series, and now I'm watching the series because they didn't show me what the miniature looks like, and I'm like, crap. Gonna watch the series, right? So as I'm watching the series, towards the end of the series, or actually towards the middle of the series, they break out some of Will Byers' that he drew, and he drew a picture of his wizard, and that's where I got the color scheme from, is from the picture of the wizard. Anyway, I know this story is going on forever, but miniature, and I was thinking Stranger Things, and I was like, what am I going to do for the basing? I could put him in, because it's Stranger Things, I could put him in the like weird forest floor, like the haunted forest floor, for to represent. What's up, Cameron? I can put him in the haunted forest floor to represent whatever they were calling the other dimension, the other land, or the dark land, or whatever you want to call it. I could do the wizard in the dark land, which would be kind of cool. And then, you could put like a monster thing or whatever in there. But then I got like kind of stupid creative, and I was like, let's find some pieces. So I went into my bits box, and I found this this like portal, right? So I found this like evil looking portal, and the thought occurred to me like, okay, well, what if this wizard is, kind of like Will Byers? Like, what if he is going from, again, spoilers, what if he's going from one dimension into the other dimension? So that's where I got the idea to do a split base, right? So this is one dimension, the dungeon dimension, which would, I guess, be the D&D universe that, what's this guy named? Andolin Bonnerstock? It's a terrible name. Andolin Bonnerstock is from this D&D dimension, right? And he's looking into this portal here. And from his side of it would look like, it would be like pastoral, right? So he's in a dungeon, and it would look pastoral. Like this would be greens and browns. Like this would be really earthy, like it's an earth mud wall, right? An opening into the other dimension. And then on the other side of it, you'd have the other dimension with the forest floor, and then you'd have a very dungeony looking entrance. And so this would take you to the dungeon, obviously due to the creepy forest thing, right? So far, so good? Okay. Still on board? Okay. Here's where it gets a little weirder, because I found more bits in my bits box, and this is just stuff that I've been meaning to use. Like I want to paint with this stuff. And so here's where I'm at right now. What did I do with that? Here it is. And I found this piece, right? A little Sleeping Beauty thing, right? And I love this Sleeping Beauty thing. And I was like, man, I could use a Sleeping Beauty thing for something like a Guild Ball goal or something like that. But I was like, okay, well, what if the wizard who has to go, and you can see the other thing I'll point out here with a couple things with the Sleeping Beauty thing, but you can see how there's like trees, there's like branches growing up and around the bed, right? So it actually kind of matches. Like it's like you're going into this this pastoral, enchanted forest, perhaps haunted forest scene, and you got yourself a Sleeping Beauty there, right? So I'm painting this. I just started to paint this while the wizard is drying, and in the middle of it, I didn't even realize this, but in the middle of it, we got ourselves a little plumber crack there, right? This is like a naked Sleeping Beauty, and she's got, she's got some cheekage showing there. And I don't know what came over me, but I was thinking like, man, this is somebody's going to get offended, right? So, oh, you're objectifying women, miniature. Like people, and maybe I'm over hypersensitive to it these days, but like ever since I started playing Relic Knights, like the amount of pearl clutching and fainting by these like protective male gamer dudes um, has kind has has just, I don't know, it's affected me in some way. It's like, man, I just don't want to deal with some douchebag in like skinny jeans and a man bun. Here I go again, and like floral beard, just upset that I was that how dare I like paint this like old school style Sleeping Beauty miniature, right? Or how dare I exactly? Oh man, a bare ass better roll out the opinions and truth. I know, right? So I'm in the middle of painting it, but I'll be honest with you. I have half a mind to not include this in the piece. Because this is for like a store type true painting thing, and I don't want the store to come back and go, oh well, some of the parents were triggered by a butt. I don't know. Do you think I'm overreacting, or do you think like them go trim their beards or just fuck off? Why not just play a game of Relic Knights in front of them and tell them to shove it? Yeah, good answer. That's the best answer right there. Tell you what, let's just look at here. Oh no, the human body scares you. Oh, man. Anyway, well, we're just gonna paint. This is what we're painting tonight. We're gonna paint Sleeping Beauty here, and I'm gonna bring the camera in so that you guys can maybe so I can work closer to myself and you guys can see what I'm actually doing here. Let's see if my camera control thingies work. Plus, there we go. Look at that. And the focus is not bad. Ah! There we go. Oh, by the way, it's looking pretty good that I'll be there for paint day. Woot! Yes! More people for paint day. Better yet, play Relic Knights and Tentacle Bento at the same time. Why not? That's a great combo of games, actually. Yeah, the more people there for paint day, the better that's going to be. Paint day's rad. I didn't even know what I'm going to paint for paint day. Probably Batman stuff. The fact that all the cool Batman stuff off that trade came in was awesome. I might do a little bit of personalization on those minis, kind of make them mine a little bit. Uh-oh, did I put too much lipstick on her? Does Sleeping Beauty look whorish? I even put a little eyeliner, on her to. We're gonna dial up the whorishness a little bit. It's super funny. But yeah, so here's what we're working on tonight. And then I'm gonna, at some point, I will paint that base. I mean, it is my miniature. I'm just gonna stick her on there. The wizard miniature by himself is way too boring. It's like, here's my entry for the mini of the month thing. Yeah, that miniature is boring. And yes, we are going to highlight her butt crack. Clutch the pearls. I don't know. That's super funny to me for some reason. Personalize the hell out of those new Batman minis. I won't admit to painting it. Actually, I think they look pretty good. I think they look pretty good. I mean, it's just they're a good tabletop standard, which is what I paint to anyway. But I need them to kind of match my painting in terms of the palette that's used and the lighting. Like perfect example, like Black Manta looks cool, but I am going to switch him to a non-metallic metal so that he matches the other stuff that I have. And then Killer Frost, I actually I want her to have more flesh tone. I know it's weird because everyone's Killer Frost looks that blue that you painted her, or somebody, you won't admit to painting her, so somebody painted her the blue that you always see her in. And while there's nothing wrong with that, I want to do something a little bit closer to like how I did my Malifaux Ice Dancers. It's you start off with a regular flesh tone color, and then purple. Sorry, yeah, you're right, purple. You start off with like a flesh tone, and then you kind of tone it to make it look like the model has like her skin is like frozen over a bit. Let's see. Are you going to go the sheer silk sheet route? No, no. It's not like I would if it were tighter across here. Like if it were tighter across there, I would, but it's not realistic. It wouldn't look good. That's not like you could maybe a little bit there, but I don't think it would look realistic. I don't know. It's a thought. I'm not. I don't think there's the way that cloth lies. It's not correct for that. I should fix. You know what? I should go get Captain Boomerang and fix his eyeballs, because I'm gonna do a lot of layers of flesh tone here. So while I'm doing like layer after layer, I might as well fix Captain Boomerang. Look like a shear would work. It might. I mean, it is like that's actually pretty sharp pull right there on this side of her, but the other side isn't. It would. I think it would work. For me, it doesn't seem correct. It would if I did the sheet itself like a super, super light color. Like if I was doing a white sheet, actually makes sense. But the idea with the sheet here is that this sheet is going to be more of a colder gray color. See video title. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Reaper minis. And I like it when I get those D&D commissions in and they supply me with Reaper minis to paint. There is just some really good sculpts in the Reaper mini lineup. It just doesn't get, you know what I mean? Reaper doesn't get much hype beyond Bones, and the sculpting quality of Bones isn't really the draw there. It's more the economical price of Bones. You know, if I do a good enough job painting her, then maybe there won't be any complaints, because it'll be like, oh, well, he did a good job. He's not just some perverted Latin guy like Rake, right? Clutch the pearls. He painted the boobies. Which, I mean, you could totally do. If actually, you know what? If you did even if you did like a charcoal gray bed sheet, you could totally do that sheerness to it. So she's actually going to be a cooler paint job than the actual mini of the month. And she's just dressing for the base. I've relegated a female to the dressing. So triggered. Okay, let's go get Captain Boomerang. Let's see. So we'll just keep doing layers of skin on her. And let's look at Captain Boomerang here. Yeah, his eyes could have been better. I painted too many eyes last night and went back and looked at and said, whoa, this guy's kind of a mess. And I need to fix his skin anyway, so. Is that in focus? There we go. I got like super tired last night. And today was like oppressively hot. So we were supposed to go to SeaWorld or something. And since my wife doesn't watch this feed, I will just tell you, she didn't want to get up. So, and I don't blame her. She just stayed in bed like most of the day. I spent most of the day kind of playing with the two little boys and doing some cleaning around the house. Stuff I needed to do today. All right, Captain Boomerang. Let's see if I can get him to look correctly. All right, how's this look? Would have been pretty damn hot in SeaWorld. Yeah, but I mean, you're by the beach. That looks okay. Little cross-eyed, we'll forgive him. He's Australian. He's got a little bit of a lazy eye going. It's okay. We still love you, Captain Boomerang. Whoops. Stuff. Just doing a little touch up on him. Okay. I'm happy with it. I don't know. He looks good to me. Thanks, Captain Boomerang. Dan, while you're on here, I'm going to show you something that Dan did, which I think is amazing, and I'm not going to touch it all. It's this secondary, this custom riddle marker. This is amazing. I freaking love this thing. I didn't realize how much stuff you'd actually packed in that set, and I was like, man, I sent you a Harbonath, which is cool. There may be I think there is a little wear on around the rim of the base, but otherwise the Harby's in good shape there. But so I sent you the Harbonath, and you sent this back, and I'm like, man, I did have half of mine. I'm like, maybe I should just paint this as a Riddler. That would be awesome. But it's kind of rad, just as like the riddle marker. So in addition to the miniatures that we traded for, I got riddle markers. I got lantern things, which were cool. There was a lot of cool stuff in there. There's an ammo marker that was made from shell casings, from gun shell casing. I was like, man, I didn't even. And the thing is, on the Facebook post, I didn't see any of that. Like, I didn't see any of the like custom marker stuff. I saw it in the list, and I'm like, oh, I need markers. Like, and I didn't really have much expectation. I'm like, whatever, if they're, as long as I have another set of markers, because, I often, if I'm teaching somebody how to game or something, I need a second set. We still need, like, our group still needs more street furniture and stuff, so. But that was awesome. I'm super stoked on that. And again, I'm super shocked at how quickly it got here. I think I even sent, we either sent our packages at the same time, or I might have even sent mine just a hair earlier, like half a day earlier than you sent yours. But I promise you it's on the way. The guy at the box thing did mention to me that shipping to Canada is kind of a pain. Like they do their best to like slow you down and stuff. By the way, what color do you think Sleeping Beauty's hair should be, folks? Should she be blonde? Should she be a redhead? Should she be brunette? Let me know. Let's see. Oh, you sent it Tuesday. Yeah, I sent mine. I thought I sent mine. No, yeah, I had to send mine Monday because Tuesday was a holiday for us. So I sent mine Monday. Let's see. At paint day, is it pretty much all day painting, or like near the end, do any games get played? Honestly, what we typically do is I'll set up a couple of tables for painting specifically, but then I'll set up a couple of tables open for gaming, because people will finish their games. And I do want to have, like, if people want to play Guild Ball or if people want to play Batman, I do want to have that out there. Okay, so let's see. So if the bed is going to be kind of that color, I'm trying to figure out, maybe the sheet and the pillow should be like a white color, and then the spread could be a different color. Maybe it could even be like a rose color. That would be kind of cool. Oh, Monday was a holiday for you. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Yeah, we'll do the sheet like a lighter color. And then, I mean, yeah, the sheet that she's sleeping on top of and the pillow will both be a lighter color. And then the cover that's draped over her will be either a pink color or like a yellow color. Not really sure. I guess that's going to depend on what color hair should be. I like blondes personally, but if you guys said no, she should be a redhead, I would go for that too. Just no mermaid color, whatever that's called. The mermaid style hairdo, where it's like blue and green and stuff. We're not doing that. We're talking classic, super classic style. Miniature. I could also do the sheet, like take a or a teal wash and make the top sheet just darker, which would kind of work too. So don't chime in all at once. What color do you think her hair should be? Otherwise, I'm making her blonde. And the reason why I always default to blonde is, for one, I like blondes, and two, it's the easiest color. It's one of the easiest hair colors to go back and change, short of white. Like if you did white, obviously that's the easiest hair color to change, but blonde is a pretty close second there. So we'll do that. Let's do a little bit of white. So now we'll highlight the top sheet and the pillowcase to a white color. You vote for red hair. One vote for red hair. Any other votes? Let me know. Red or black? Ooh, black hair would be kind of cool on here too. It would be like a really sharp contrast with everything else that's going on. Let's try red first. And if we don't like it, then we can go like black. Black would be kind of cool. Okay, let's try the red. So we're gonna go like more of like an orange red. So she has like that poison ivy thing going on. And then we'll tone it down with just a little bit of brown. So we're not going for like full carrot top. There we go. Ooh, so my red is too runny. So we'll do that. Yeah, hope you can make it to paint day, Cameron. It's super fun. It's pretty laid back. I mean, a lot of times there are groups of like newer people that show up. So the way it usually works is, you can show up with your own projects or whatever. The store typically does a discount on paints and paint related products that day, because obviously they want to take advantage of the increased traffic into the shop. And then so you can work on whatever you want, and then I usually have a group of people, like new people that I'm helping with just like basic techniques, dry brushing, that kind of stuff. And then what else do you need to know? And then there's the mini of the month thing. So that wizard I'm showing you, he's the mini of the month. If you paint one and you turn it in, I think August 5th is the day that you're supposed to turn them in. Then you that day they give you another miniature for free, which is pretty cool. So like you get last time we got a wizard miniature for free. I don't remember what I did with him. He's here somewhere. So that was pretty cool. We got like a limited edition Reaper mini for participating. So they're not really judged. They'll just show you, like they just want to take a picture of what you worked on and share it on their site. Like, here's all the people that participate in the mini of the month thing, and it's super fun. Usually there's the minis that they pick are really cool. This month was a little interesting because I don't think the sculpt is very good, but it is that Stranger Thing reference, and that's kind of the main draw there. Actually, I guess I did kind of go carrot top on this because that orange is not behaving. But yeah, discount on paint. They carry a lot of Vallejo game color, P3, GW. So they carry a lot of different lines there. I don't know how I'm feeling about this red hair color. Let's just let it dry and decide. Okay. All right. So there's that. Now let's go ahead and start to wash the... I'm going to do like a green wash on the blanket, maybe? Should she be wearing a... Should she be draped in a pink... Maybe a pink bedspread might be interesting. So if I pick the mini of the month and it gets entered in like contest, or is it just social media? I had to leave the room, so I got bits of info. Oh, it's not a contest. You just enter it, and they, it's a means for them to promote, the activity on social media. So yeah, you just pick it up. I think it's $7. So if you think about it, you're paying $7 and you get the Wizard Mini, and then when you turn it in, you get another mini. And the last mini they gave out was pretty damn cool. So I think it's worth it. Maybe I can ask them what the mini is. Okay, so we're gonna do turquoise ink. Actually, you know what? That should be for the turquoise ink should be for the bed, not so much the sheet. What color should this sheet be? The pink would be kind of weird. Oh, hey, what's up, Blade Wolf? Oh, man. Pink. Okay, here's what we'll do. Let's do the teal for the bed itself, and then we'll worry about what the I cannot for the life of me decide the colors of this miniature. Like stumped. So yeah, we're just painting this fun little mini of the month project. All right, so let's do this. So the turquoise ink we used on the bed. Yeah, it looks awesome on the bed. I don't know. It does look awesome on the bed, but I wonder if that should be the sheet. Well, let's do that. If I did a pink bedspread, it would match the roses that are on there. So that's a thought. Maybe I should do it pink. Because I'm going to do like red roses and stuff. So that might be kind of cool on there. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Play Painted Live. Let us know what you're painting, what you should be painting. This Reaper, I guess we'll just call her Sleeping Beauty. That's what she is. I don't know what the Reaper would call her. I'm sure they have some other weird name for her. All right, let's try. Yeah, let's try the pink. So we're going to go with this color here, Sunset Red, and then we're gonna wash that in. Finally got in a win on my Warmhordes game. Nice. Congrats. Rosette. Oh, that's too thin. Been having problems tonight with the paint going too thin. I see anything. I should probably keep her. I should do the thing and keep her in frame that I've never been good at in the history of this show. Okay. So now I'm starting to think maybe she should have been blonde if... Oh, well. Because the blonde would have gone better with the pink bed sheet, but that's okay. And if you guys are wondering where this whole thing goes, I did a whole explanation at the top of the show explaining where I'm going with all this. It's essentially going to be one kind of mini diorama for the mini of the month that some people may find triggering because of the naked booty shot. But luckily, I don't care about those people. This is going to look cool, though. So I'm going to put this pink down. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm actually going to prime the base. And then we'll get back to painting this lady here. Because this pink is probably going to take a little while to dry. Rosette, is that the name of the miniature? Did you maybe look up this mini and that's what it came back with? It's Jessica Rabbit. It is Jessica Rabbit. Holy crap. That's funny. Nice catch. That is definitely Jessica Rabbit. That's funny. Okay. So you can see that the pink's not covering that well, but we're going to let it dry. This will take a little while. So we're going to put her aside. Oh, where's my drink here? All right. I'll put my wet palette aside for a second. And so here's the base that it's going on. All right, and we're going to mount this on something and give it a prime and then a base coat. Circle or ret for me. I'm a partial to ret because I like painting it. I like those weird bald-headed elves and their hula hoop power fist arms. Oh. All right. Put that on there. I know I'm in too tight. It's okay. I'm just going to have to deal. Oh, nice. He overcame an uphill battle. All righty, here we go. I don't know if I need to go through all the colors of the primer, but I probably will, just because I always do it. And I can at least get some semblance of a base coat down. I probably should be recording this for the video, but do we really need a video for me painting a wizard? I should actually just go through and edit my Batman video, how to paint Batman in 30 minutes, because I actually did that. Somebody asked me, like, how do you paint Batman? And I was like, Batman is the easiest miniature in the world to paint. You want me to do a video? I'll do a video. How to paint Batman. So that's what I did. I painted a bat fleck in like 26 minutes. I just need to go through and edit that video. Wolf just broke through the Kool-Aid. All right. Get a little chin down. I better get the wizard off here. That guy got hit by the primer. I would cry real tears. Oh, yeah. All right. A layer of primer here. I kind of just concentrate this towards the top. You know how I do this. You guys don't need to watch this. Okay. Right. We're just going to zip through this part. It's super fast. Let's put that hella blau color down. Nasir is all painted. Sweet. We should play that Wrath of Kings, man. So yeah, if you can make it to paint day, bring Guild Ball or Batman. All right. All right. Okay. Kind of need the book too. Oh, you don't own a Batman. I thought you got the Bane set. Wasn't that you that told me the other night that the Bane set was on sale? Ooh. Look at a hog or a skin or something. Just went through there. The military green is too dark. That's a good green. I sworn I just bought another like good green for this kind of stuff, but maybe not. Could have sworn, man. That's not a bad green. It's like olive green. That's not bad. It's not the green that I was looking for. That's a decent green. What's this? Let's do this green. All right. So I'll do that. Whoa, there's some GW talk going on. People starting GW again. Good luck to my friends starting GW. I am going to continue to sit this one out. No judgments. That's just me. All right, let's go. Same Han Eldar. What I had 3 different Eldar armies back in the day. All right, so let's paint in lots of green on this side. Okay, and then we're gonna shoot that green there. All right. Okay. So you can see how quickly the base is coming together. This sucker is going to be done tonight. Let's get some brown down here. That's the wrong brown. Should have a good brown I can use. I like how they're Inari, huh? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. All right. Okay. And then here. There we go. Not too bad. I'll build that contrast up a little bit more. All right, okay. So now you can kind of see what I was going for when I was talking about how this, at the start of the feed, Dark Eldar, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I heard that. They just attached some weird name to it. Inari. Yanari. All right. It's enough dry brush, or sorry, airbrush for one evening. So, um, so yeah, here's, like I was saying, the idea was this is kind of a portal. So Sleeping Beauty is going to be on this side, the like earthy. This is going to be the other dimension from like Stranger Things on this side. And then on this side, you're going to have like this kind of alabaster dungeon, not alabaster, but like, you know, this weird kind of lime green dungeon floor there. So dungeon, and on the dungeon side, there's going to be this like this arboreal portal that you can see here. Like you're looking through and it looks like just a clearance in the dirt and in the earth. And then on this side, you see that it's, you know, like a dungeon entrance. So that's the idea behind this anyway, is the wizard will be on this side looking through the door and Sleeping Beauty will be on that side. So let's go back to painting Sleeping Beauty. We'll prop the wizard back. And there we go. Looks like the pink is drying okay. But now we want to paint, let's paint all the vines and the rose on. If it's really bugging me that she's not blonde, I may actually go back and paint her blonde if it doesn't look correct. But let's see. All right, let's do some browns. So I'm going to need browns and greens. Perv. I know, right? Look at the naked. Look at the naked time of this model. I'm wondering if I should go even more fair with the skin. Or is she already starting to look a little too washed out? Looking in the back door. Yeah, I am I get, yeah, that is weird, huh? There is actually kind of a voyeurism angle too to my debaucherous diorama here. That would be a cool name for a painting business. Debaucherous dioramas. Got like no control over this liquid. Kind of all over the place right now. Hold on. Let's just add a little more solid to it. It's not voyeurism if it's his wife. Ain't what this time of feed is supposed to be about. Man, we are making some fan fiction tonight. Where is that David Bowie model? What the hell? Oh boy. Maybe this is Barb from Stranger Things and the wizard is going back because everybody forgot to go look for Barb during all this. Starting to get too thick. Yeah, I do think I can go lighter. Let's do a second coat of the pink on there, the pink shade sheets. But you see how like the roses climbing her bed and around her bed and stuff would be perfect for, is actually going to be really good in that diorama because, you know, it's like a bed set out in the wilderness. That a bunch of dwarves are watching over. Dirty fanfic. Dirty fanfic. Do I want that as the... Yeah. Branches on rose bushes are pretty dark, actually. That's just not... I just need the brown to be a little meatier. In fact, you can see that that's actually attaching to where the bottom of the miniature. So this is actually going to spring up from the base. So this couldn't have been a cooler thing to put on that side of the diorama. Defying my pervertedisms. My hobby deviancy. You'd think the dwarves would have been mad after Snow White basically busted into their house. Yeah, I think so. There are also 7 dudes that live in the woods by themselves and work all day long. So, you know, some girl shows up and they got something to look at finally. Maybe they're cool with it. I don't know. Dang. Is that sexist, what I just said? Probably. Do we care? Does anyone on this feed care? No. No one on this feed cares. Because that's just the truth. Kind of lonely. I mean, isn't that kind of how they react to her anyway? They like... Everybody's like into her when she shows up there. Sorry, man. Does it have to do with her sex? Absolutely. Like, they didn't have Bro White in the Seven Dwarfs because Bro White showed up and they just shot his ass, right? Like, they took him out back and pickaxed the fuck out of that guy, is what I'm saying. There was no Bro White in the Seven Dwarfs. They made an executive decision when some dude showed up. He's like, hey, man, Witch, can you guys help me? And they just killed him before it even Never even came up for discussion. They just did not want that dude in their house. Because Bro White was not going to help them mine. Bro White was not going to stay home and help them keep their house in order either. That was not a good situation for them. I'd be like, get all these dirty woodland creatures out of my damn house, diseases and shit. Squirrels carry bubonic plague, you idiot. This is true. That is a true statement. Squirrels do in fact carry bubonic plague. I think one of the last recorded cases of bubonic plague in the continental United States was from a dude that ate squirrel meat. Like he ate squirrel pie or something, and it wasn't properly cooked. And so there were problems, and he got the bubonic plague. My name is Chad Brock. Chad White. What was the one? Oh, what was her name? That young actress, Amanda Bynes. Remember Amanda Bynes, and she went crazy and shit? It's kind of a sad story because she literally went crazy. It's really kind of sad. I thought it was funny at first, and then my wife had to point out to me, no, just went freaking crazy, bro. So, so she was in that movie that was like a Snow White, like a modern day Snow White, where she ends up staying at a dorm or something. I don't know. Where the hell is this story going, Octave? I don't know. I didn't have a plan. It just reminded me of that thing. But what was the name of that stupid thing? My wife is like, this is like Snow White, but it has Amanda Bynes. And I'm like, who the hell is Amanda Bynes? I didn't even know she was a thing back when she was a thing. Who is this? I only knew about Britney Spears and who else? Hillary Duff, and I knew about what's her name? Mandy Moore, who was rad because she did Saved, and that was awesome. And Mandy Moore kind of did more indie type stuff, which was cool. And who else? I don't know. And obviously Lenny Lohan. All them it girl things back when it girls were a thing. I guess Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian kind of blew that whole thing up, right? Because they're we were complaining about Britney and Lenny Lohan, their dwindling talent, and then Kardashian came along and Paris Hilton were like, no, we don't need any talent at all, and we can be it girls. So that was also a thing. Sydney White. I only remember with her, what movie with her and Colin Firth. I don't know. I don't know, and I'm sad that that there's even a little bit of my brain space that retained that. I'm sad, and I'm a little embarrassed. That's okay. Here we go. Ooh. Did autofocus come back on, or am I just... Oh, look at that. There is a spot there that should be painted in. And I can see it on camera better than I can see it in real life. Here we go. Isn't Mandy Moore in the recent Shark Attack movie that came out recently? Yes. Mandy Moore is, yeah, she's in that, whatever, 43 meters or whatever the crap that was called. Still laughing at Bro White. Bro White would be the most triggering movie ever if they didn't kill him in 30 seconds. It would still be funny, though. I would watch Bro White. Like, here, if you want, let's just go there. Like, let's, if we wanted to make that as offensive as possible, then we would just like have Bro White show up and, you know, maybe some of these dwarves are gay. Maybe they want Bro White around. You don't know. Like, maybe that's a thing. That would be kind of awesome. There's so many different cool angles you could do with just the title Bro White is amazing. Bashful. Yeah. Like, maybe it's a modern spin on it. I don't know. They need to make a mini for Bro White and the 7 Angry Dwarves. That would be one short ass story, is what I'm saying. You know, it's sad. I hardly ever paint on just cork. And like, I have half a mind to start painting down here for some reason. I'm like, oh, that should also have that green on it because that's the forest floor, but it's not. And this miniature is going to be attached to the forest floor. I guess I will, if I'm going to do a video, I will record actually attaching the wizard to the diorama base, but I'm going to have her already on it by that time. Okay. I'm going to need to shade that sheet too, and her hair. I'm really, the more I keep looking at her, the more, well, whatever. I just keep thinking that she should be blonde, but I don't know. I'm probably just overthinking that. See 2 scenarios happening. Bro White busts in the dwarf house. Bro White busts in, and there's some cheesy dialogue and insert adult theme, and then to the best fight scene ever. Maybe both happens. Maybe they do an adult scene and then they fight. Like, there are some adult pictures that are like James Bond style pictures where, you know, he has to get the information from a hostile party and he does adulting things to them first, and then as soon as they're done, like, he'll pull a gun on her, or, you know, or they'll launch immediately into a fight scene. You know, think the sequel to 300, where they still, not that that was a good movie. Don't think about that movie. Actually, that's not a good, but you get my drift there. These reds just aren't covering very well. That's okay. What kind of fight? Uh, I'm actually, at this point, I'm surprised that bro white isn't an actual thing. It should have already been a thing. Or maybe it was a thing in the adult film industry and we just don't know about it. That's also likely. Like maybe bro white is a deal. Like that is an actual. How come I cannot get these reds to actually behave like anything other than piss? But you can see how she kind of incorporates elements of both worlds in my little diorama, right? She has that kind of turquoise teal stone furniture look, and then she's also like very forest arboreal type thing. Let's do. Whoa. Let's just do a little, like a pink highlight on the bed sheet. Apparently, a Walmart has a bro white costume. That's awesome. Damn it, bro white. So good. So damn good. All right. Whoa. Like way too much highlight there. I need to dial that back a bit. There we go. Should point out that this has taken like 3 times longer than the actual quote-unquote miniature for this diorama. Just making sure she looks correct. Which is awesome, but also a little kind of sad. Thank you. And she's definitely more fun to paint than the wizard. So I'll shade that. I'm gonna shade her hair down with a little sepia as that dries. All right. Actually, it looks pretty good. Let's do another light skin tone. And let's do it. Let's make a glaze out of it. That way, it looks pretty correct. Okay. You can see what I'm doing here. Just getting the glaze there, the lightest parts of the skin, and you want the skin to look nice and smooth. The hair is a little darker. I'd say it looks like poison ivy. We're going to actually shade the hair down a little bit, so it might still look like poison ivy. Damn, this would have made an awesome poison ivy miniature too for Batman. Just paint it like that. Paint her with her eyes open. So she's going to be on the bed like this, and her butt is going to be towards the wizard looking through the portal. Yes, sir. There and rescue yon maiden. What a nice backside she has. I know I'm doing like a creepy 1930s gangster voice. And another layer of orange in. Okay. So what do you think? Stay in frame! This wizard's name Muggsy. Yeah, sure. I came to check her out, sure. Thanks for reminding me, Tori. Okay. I gotta wash the the dungeon side with this, like, with the turquoise. I'm gonna let that dry. I know it looks a little odd right now. Just trust in the process, right? Okay. So there's that. I'll let her dry for a minute. Ooh. You know, it's hard to stay in frame is because I have the webcam controller. It's not letting me move things around. There we go. So I'll leave that there. And then we're gonna, I guess I can put her down right now. Probably not gonna do anything too weird. Let's just do it. So you can see the pins down there. I'm gonna trim the pins all the way down to where they're just gonna slide. It should just pop. I probably should have washed the branches first, but that's okay. There's the hole for it. Oh man, did I not line up the hole properly there? Oh, looks right. There we go. All right, let's pop this off. Well, no, I can't pop it off for now. Sorry. Gotta go. A little delicate work here. I mean, I am gonna have to do some touch up. Question is, how much am I gonna have to do? Pop that off. let's back this out. Let's back this out so you can see. There we go. You can see how it's looking from there. Gonna go to bed. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed soon. It's just this. I'm gonna have to. Not sure why it's not piercing the right hole there. Let's try it. All right, let's try that. Okay, so see that? Pretty cool. All right, and you can see where the wizard's gonna go. I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. I mean, I don't know, that's basically it. There's not much left to do here. There's still a couple of washes left to do, but I think you get the overall picture there of what we're doing. What do I do with the... Here it is. So once again, it's like this, right? Imagine the wizard on the other side of this going, "Hashy." He's still, I don't know. Yeah, he's still a 1940s criminal for some reason. But let me know what you think. Do you think that works out? Do you like where that where this diorama is going? I think it's kind of cool if we pull it off. We need like a brighter green. Let's mix a brighter green in there. It's too... Muggsy the pervy wizard gets my approval. Pervy wizard, isn't he? This bastard. That's why he has these jacked up colors on, like greens and blues. I mean, he is the D&D character of like a 13-year-old. Well, I think he's like Will Byers is like 12 or 13. So he's going to be a little pervy. That's just, comes with the territory. So it's going to take long. What I'm going to do, honestly, is I'm just going to let everything dry like this tonight. And then tomorrow, I'll shove this guy on to that, finish the dry brushing on the base, paint the lip black, and there we have it. There's our diorama base. Stranger Things wizard. He could be like Stranger Danger wizard, maybe. Stranger Perv. Anyway, yeah, so we hit midnight. I'm going to go to bed. I want to thank you guys for watching. Anyways, yeah, we'll see you next Saturday, Cameron. And for those of you also who will make it next Saturday. So that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching. Have a good night, guys. See ya.